Shame on me. Okay, redo. They took Hoshi, I took a 3-4. They took Hoshi, I did 3-4 facing the right side. They approached low, I kicked, they extended, I extended, they extended. Then I approached, they attached. I'm going to go ahead and Hane. Extend. Don't Hane. Extend. Don't Hane. Extend. I mean, technically you could Hane here too. But come on. This is a common Joseki nowadays, I believe. Extend. Extend. Why aren't you extending? Why isn't he extending? There we go. Now there's always different options. We can extend, we could attach, or we could take the corner. If we take the corner, we risk giving up these stones in return of taking the corner. Attaching a little more in points for me, and potential to take the corner. Or I can play this way, extend out. They have this weakness. I'm going to attach. It just depends on what you want to do, how you want to play, how you want to go about the rest of the game. Like here, I'm perfectly fine with this. I do the tiger's mouth. They Atari this way. Or they turn this way, either way. But if they do that, I might just take the corner. But Atari first. I connect, then there you go. And then extend. And then extend. Extend. Or don't extend. Okay, they're trying to fix this shape indirectly, I suppose. But I'd rather see that farther or just directly fixed. Although preferably more out here, because this is just now over concentrated. If I were to play in here, make a base in here, that's just way over concentrated. So I'll just go ahead and take the corner. Now I've got solid corner here, solid corner here, and I can still play this later on. I mean, I know that this stone here is because they want to prevent this from working. Just more solid territory for me. This extension is pretty big as well. But because of the way that I'm playing with the territorial stuff, I do need to attempt more in... Let's see, can I get away with this one? Do. No, I'm not going to worry about it. No, wait, no, I still could have... Oh, well, it's fine. It's fine. Because this is all black has for territory. I have the left side. I mean, that can still be cut, but none of that's going to die. I have the right side. Okay, well, you've kind of got a point right here. So I'll just reduce that. Simple connection. cap? Are you going to cap me? Probably should. So they're doing what I've been doing to previous in the previous games. They put pressure on one group. I know. I it was intentional. I'm trying to show that going for the reduction is not going to do all that much for you, and will instead only help your opponent. That was the idea. It was all planned. It was that's how it was planned. I'll play this way just so I'm connected. They don't separate me. And then I can potentially build up more that way. I'll cut and extend because I know I'm alive. That's fine. Do 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 do. I'll just shoulder hit here, just casually. Because, again, all they're doing is developing this, but here I am developing other areas. Are you going to cut me? No? Okay. I will just extend out then. Don't be greedy. Just extend out normally. All the territories, this, I can still reduce it by playing around here. Or attach. No, I should have extended out this way. This was silly. But it's still weak. I can still play with it. And actually, in a way, this is actually helping me to later cut through here. Are you going to cut me here too? Of course you are. But are you sure you want to do that? Are you absolutely sure? Yes, they are. I'll first Hane. I want to make sure this is my weak group. I need to make sure my weak group is okay. I'll go ahead and Atari. And extend or play this? I think playing this is my better option. Because this is the weakest point of everything right now. So now they have a few different weak groups. Cantone. No, I guess that can. But okay, they live there. That's fine. Now we get this. Actually, I probably should have just hung it on the outside. I'm not necessarily thinking at this point. But nonetheless, I'm still getting a reduction in here, potentially. Or I'm just getting more points on the left side here. Nonetheless, I'm still gaining more points. Okay. This is a strange way of going about it, but okay. Good for you. I can play this way. I can just extend. Yeah, I'll just extend. Atari. Atari. Threaten to reduce your space. Let's see, what else can I do? Can I come back to this yet? No. I can't capture that. Can I come back and capture this, though? I think I can. Maybe. You need another move. Okay, well this actually kind of helps me in the end because they still need another move here, and then I can play here, and then it's a fight once again. So still the benefit of attacking groups. I don't have to worry about this Well, I mean, eh. I can fill in and I'll be fine. Or I can say, whatever, you can live and I can play elsewhere. To take or not to take? I am considering just taking because technically I don't need to kill this black group in order to live or to win. I can take this and then play here, and all of a sudden I've got that area as my own. So I'll go ahead and take. And then I'll play this. Yep, good for you. Yep. I'm playing this way because I can still crawl underneath here. And there still. I will play this Atari. And now I have two ways of going underneath. But I've got this extension down here to threaten that. I've got this poke. Yeah, may as well. And at this point, that's pretty much it. It's just more endgame. It just depends. I personally just felt like they had a bit more in co-threats compared to me. So I opted out of it. This is quite big as well. Yeah, this is pretty big. So let's go ahead and do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kind of expected that to happen. Okay. Can still go underneath either way. Yeah, I'll just drop down again. That way I can still go underneath. Mm-hmm. Although I can block this way. No, it'll be easier if I just block this way. Simple, simple. Are you gonna... No? Okay. Bamboo? No? Okay. I'll Atari. And... So I'll just take this point. And that's pretty much it. I mean, not really much else to say. Just more endgame. They've got this for territory. That's it. I've got this left side and this top, and then a few more on this side.
Yoyomi now starts.
So... Ooh, I'll play Ko with you after I play other moves first, because Ko isn't really big right now. Oh, I still have this I could have done. That would have been better. And it's still better, so I'm going to do it now. All that's left is the Ko, and this. Come on, play this. And then fill in the Ko. And then we're done. Now, if we were to count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 36, 28, 30, 32, 33, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 68, 72, 74, 76. 83 points. 83 for black. 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 25, 30, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60. They resigned. 62. 70, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 90. Yeah, I was over 100. So, when it comes back down to what happened in the game, let's see, we got this. They continued to develop only the bottom. Here, I probably could have gotten away with this variation. probably definitely would have been better. I guess what I was mainly worried about, because I don't do this variation all too often. So I don't necessarily fully recall how to do the rest of it. All I know is that it's a sacrificing of those stones. But yeah, that's something I'll have to look into on my own time. It's been a while since I've played it, so yeah. But so nonetheless, this could have been early, yes. Like instead, I could extend out on top instead, or I can play here to prevent from being pushed around while keeping black from getting any higher up into the center. If we do a score estimator, it says white is ahead by 5.5 points. So either an extension or this turn would be far more superior to the extension. That it's still a fairly even game. I mean, it's not including some points on the right side for white and the bottom. Maybe black will get a bit more, but anything can happen. So it's still plausible for white because black is only focusing on the bottom for territory. I've got the right side and the left side potentially because I have cutting points there, but I can still reduce the bottom. So there's nothing to be really necessarily worried about. But with here, yeah, it was early because if black had done what I thought black would have done, and that's to play this way, then what am I going to do? It's I have a big white arrow pointing down.
Someone invites you to play.
It's like an arrow trying to go in a big blob of something, tar. And there would be no way I can live from this. And if I do live, I mean, then heck, black has all this influence for the center. This is built up like it was meant to be, or like they wanted it to be. So it would have just been really bad for me. And what I'd have to do is if they play something like that, I'd have to probably, or after they play that, I'd have to ignore that and I'd have to accept this. But can I actually accept it? It depends on how it goes. But I don't like how this would look. It would be miserable and terrible. So that is why invading can be bad. But sometimes your opponent doesn't bring about the umph that they could. Versus the invasion, would you have preferred the turn on mid-right or the shoulder hit on top? The turn on mid-right or the shoulder hit on top? Is this what you're talking about? Because if you're talking about this shoulder hit, I don't like it. I do not like it. Why do I not like it, you ask? Because black still has these pushes, which will keep the right side low. They can still go underneath. So I'm not... They'll get a few extra points on the top. I'll be pushed down on the side. And... I mean, if we saw something like this, I mean... Hey. We got a problem. So that's why I wouldn't play the top. And there's potential for black to still attach here and do reduction so white only has this little bit here. So, yeah, definitely not the shoulder hit on top. Yeah. Yep. After thinking about it, yeah. And showing with the score estimator that white is ahead by 5.5 points, that anything can happen, the turn is powerful because, I mean, like shown before, black getting that keeps white pushed down. In Sente, that extra move there probably can't push again, but it gives them an extra stone, which allows them for a much, much bigger development. May not seem like much, but it can be quite a bit. So yeah, definitely the turn. Prevent them from building so much or too much. Yep, indeed, yeah. And I mean, this is a problem I've always had going against Moyos, or where they're focused on one thing like this, where it just is so flipping big that it looks like, oh, I have to invade it. But in all reality, it just depends on it depends on what the rest of the board looks like. It depends on how many points you have compared to black, like what the difference is. And it just comes down to how much do I need to reduce? What's my winning condition? And what is their winning condition? Their winning condition is to get this bottom. If they get that, they win. My winning condition is to keep this down and continue building points in where I can develop. Or heavily reduce this if they take away my building of points. If I can do that, and if they can do that, that's our winning conditions. But I'm still fairly surprised by black playing this. I mean, if they had just played this, I mean, honestly, give up the corner. Because with that stone there, what is there to worry about? Sure, you give up the corner, but you get Sente first off. Second off, now you have one move instead of having spent a second move, allowing white to connect in the corner. And now instead of playing, oh, I'll play this, you're not going to play that. You wouldn't want to play that. You would want to play something like this. Maybe. Or an extension on the side. That is what you would want to do. Not have an extra stone in there. Or you can have a diagonal. But I would definitely prefer that over having that extra stone in there for black. Sure, it does prevent that, but like I mentioned before too, like let's say, whoa, what the heck? Like let's say this happens. Look how very concentrated this group is. It just doesn't look very happy, and it almost is meaningless with maybe 15 points. And that's it. So, yeah, that's what I have to say about that game. I mean, it's still doable. It is still doable to do it this way. I personally, I mean, again, with anything I say and do, I could be wrong. I'm just exploiting my thoughts on what could happen, what could be the benefits, what could be the downfalls. So, that's what I have to say about that.